For those of you who follow my Epic Boat Cruise 2018 series as well as my Epic Boat Cruise 2019 series playlist on the main channel, you will have remembered that it was 2 seasons of battery issues on this boat. The first year the batteries died simply because I had made a mistake when I replaced them when we originally bought the boat. I was in such haste that I put the wrong batteries in, so I put in starting batteries by mistake where the house battery should be. Okay, kitty cat, let's get out of there. And yes, little Chrono's still happy on the boat. And then last year the problem was the battery charger, the built-in factory installed automatic battery charger had kind of lost its whole automatic side of the equation, so it was not charging correctly, and it was doing full charge all the time. If it was on, it was giving full voltage and amperage to the batteries, which was resulting in the batteries boiling, and they were shot, so I had to replace those batteries. And the quick workaround with that was to just shut the battery charger off when I didn't think I needed it. Subsequent to that, I replaced the battery charger. There will be a video on that full installation to follow. So in the meantime, I wanted to monitor, have easy access to monitoring what the condition of the batteries were on the boat, rather than have to look down at the main panel and or look at the dash gauges, because I don't really trust those things anyways. They more or less only show what the charging rate is coming off the alternators. So what I did was I found online through Amazon a simple little device which is Bluetooth enabled, which comes with an app on the phone. And I'm just going to show you how quick and easy that was to do the install and how the app works. Okay, the device that I hooked up is this unit right here. It is a battery monitor made by a company called BM2, and it just simply, all you got to do is hook up the negative and positive leads to the batteries, and that's all that comes with it. It's just this device with the 2 leads, and that's all, and it measures the voltage on the batteries. And then like I say, it's Bluetooth enabled. Now, rather than having to climb down into the bilge, hook it up to the batteries, I simply just put it on the leads of our inverter, which these leads are coming directly off the batteries, so they are live all the time, and so that this device is going to be live all the time as well. Now, the app that came with it is this right here. So this is giving me, let's get out of the reflections, put this inside. Yeah, so that's giving me real-time information as to what the battery state is. See, that shows it's 100%. They are 100% charged. The batteries on this boat for the house batteries, which this is enabled to, are 2 27 series in parallel, so they are interconnected. So whatever one is reading, they're both going to read the same. So like I said, that just shows 100% charging state, and it is at 13.06 volts, and that's all I really need, because the new battery charger that I have, when we're hooked up to AC power, that will give my voltage as well. And I've done a comparison between the two, and they're both exactly 100% the same all the time, because the sensitive electronics will give me that correct information. So yeah, that's that. I think that device was, I don't know, 40 bucks or something like that, delivered to the house. So it's just a neat little gadget, and a good device to have on the boat, which gives me my battery charge all the time, my battery charge state access all the time. Now, the other thing that's really great about the app is that I can read the battery state while underway. Now, that is hooked to the house batteries, which are also the port side starting batteries for this boat. Boat's equipped with twin engines, so the port batteries are the house batteries, as well as the starting batteries for the port side engine. Now, I know that the alternator on that engine, which is charging the batteries while we're underway, at least the port side batteries, is starting to fail, because it will not show giving any decent charging output from the alternator to the batteries well underway if we're under, let's say, 1,000 RPM. So even at idle, I have to sometimes just bump it up a little bit, just give it a little bit of gas if we're idling slow, just to get that gauge to come up. But more recently, I find that it is that doesn't even help. I have to get at like 1,000, 1,200, 1,400 RPM before that gauge actually starts coming up. And I know that it's not just a gauge issue, because in looking at the app, I'm following the voltage, and then once that gauge starts to go up, the voltage will actually increase as well, because even if we're not having anything plugged in, it's still going to be running the 2 batteries while we're underway, and then whatever it needs for the engines, for the distributor and the spark plugs and whatnot. So we will be constantly losing battery power while we're driving, unless that alternator is keeping up with it, and that one will only keep up with it again if we're at any sort of speed at all. So I think that's going to be another project for this boat for next spring. So yeah, that app really helps me monitor the battery state on those portside engine or batteries, and that way I can confirm that it is getting a charge while we're underway. And so far so good, as long as we're maintaining that speed. Yeah, so that's that. That is a simple little device, a simple little app, which I find really helpful. And you will find, if you were to buy one yourself, you can install it, have the app downloaded and hooked up way quicker than it takes to watch this video. It's that simple. So yeah, hopefully you found that interesting and hopefully helpful as well. If you would like to see more of my boating how-to and how I did it, boat repairs and upgrades, look down in the description for the playlist, or go back to the main channel, because I have probably a half a dozen or more playlists of our cruising. Because yes, I don't do only boat repairs on this boat. It only seems that way, but we do lots and lots of cruising here in Ontario, Canada, and even beyond. So take a look and see where we've been, where we are now, and where we are going in the future, as well as see if there's any helpful hints about boating repairs, vacuum flush, toilet stuff, because I have a whack of those videos, and anything else that you might find interesting. And also don't forget to follow us on both Facebook, Boating with Boogaboo, as well as Instagram, Boating with Boogaboo. That's it. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.